this business has dampened our little soiree, and it is my professional duty to assist the local police in discovering the truth.
Where is the other policeman?
Don't worry about him, Mom. Now let Mr. Esterley continue, please.
So, let us examine the facts. An expensive necklace was given to Miss Amethyst Bingham by her father yesterday afternoon.
Really, Daddy? Must we endure a full recounting?
She knows her father well. All right, then. Cutting to the chase. It is clear to me that there can be no other explanation than someone in this very room has knowledge of the whereabouts of the missing necklace.
This is absurd.
Yes, it may be absurd to you, Mr. Wiley, you who harbors bitterness towards Mr. Bingham because he chose someone else for the job you wanted. You who snuck out sometime in the early morning and ended up in the custody of the local police. Yes, it may be absurd to you that you are suspect.
I'm telling you, I was just out getting some air.
Getting some air. Are we really to believe you were getting some air in spite of your behavior and the circumstantial evidence to the contrary?
I'm telling you the truth.
Yes, this I do believe. You are guilty of many other things, but no, you are not guilty of taking the necklace.
And who? If not him.
We will get to that shortly.
Oh, please do. We were intensely curious.
Interesting choice of words, Mary. Last evening, there was a lightning strike causing the lamps to go dim. When light was restored, does everyone recall that you, Mary, were holding the necklace?
Oh, so you're suggesting that I took the necklace? Am I forever to be branded by my past?
Everyone, what Mary refers to is a prior allegation regarding missing items from her dormitory.
I was cleared of those suspicions.
Yes, you were cleared, and I've only heard through third-party accounts of the affair, so neither am I now conducting a formal inquiry against Mary, nor am I considering her the wrongful possessor of Amethyst's necklace.
This is becoming more and more puzzling.
My father loves puzzles.
Yes, and the pieces are falling into place.
Found in the boathouse, just as you suspected.
Thank you, Corporal. Now, what have we here?
My necklace!
Yes, found in the boathouse near where Baines was lying unconscious. Baines, what were you doing out there?
Like I said, sir, out of her prowls.
Right, prowlers. Or maybe you were trying to cover your tracks?
Why, no, sir!
Perhaps you felt owed a little extra for your service.
As I'm sure my old detective friend is quite aware of, Baines' record is impeccable. If only you had made the trip to be here, I might have succeeded.
Father? It was you? But how? And why?
Charles, will you fill in the blanks, as I'm utterly ashamed.
Very well, and sorry, Baines, for insinuating anything unpleasant. Your record is impeccable.
Thank you, sir.
Everyone may recall a telephone message Mr. Bingham received from a Mr. Hawkins regarding an insurance matter. And then there was the exchange between Miss Ruby and her father about the timing of the gift to Amethyst. The specific words used by Mr. Bingham struck a chord that was illuminated to me by William here, our budding theologian. In response to being challenged by Miss Ruby about the stipulation of Amethyst's trust, Mr. Bingham replied, and I quote, "Those rules are only guidelines. Yes, I admit to eavesdropping. I am a detective, you know."
Oh, Daddy, please.
And this exchange illustrates a fundamental character flaw many of us possess. William here had an analogy about it while writing his paper on the biblical Ten Commandments. William, what word was that you used?
Suggestions.
Please continue.
Rules are now like suggestions. We are not bound to obey and are free to pick and choose as we see fit, like at a supper buffet.
Sadly, I see his point. Now I suppose we must return to the events at hand. Does everyone recall the reaction Amethyst made to the glass of water handed to her by her father? A sleeping powder, I presume, was added. Taken separately, these events mean nothing of significance. But when examined under the keen detective's eye, they are beacons of elegance. But until I was reminded of the boathouse incident, and it was Mr. Bingham who saw Baines out there, I was not convinced my old friend had committed this act of fraud and deception.
But Father, this doesn't make sense. Why would you give the necklace to Amethyst and then steal it?
It was indeed folly. My business is failing, and I felt the insurance on the necklace was my only way out. I guess I'm not cut out for this thieving business.
But you could have told us you were in trouble.
Sweet child, I suppose I could have, but I'm guilty of many transgressions, pride being chief among them.
All right, then, let's take you down to the station.
Your mother and I always loved both of you. Perhaps if she were here, I would have had a keener head about me. I'm so very sorry, and I beg your forgiveness for my deception. It was very wrong of me.
I'm believing Mr. Bingham will come through okay in the end.
I hope so.
So, what do you say, General? Let's get with it and clean up this mess. Maybe I'll change your opinion of me after all.
Bah!